Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to the Crow's Nest. Welcome if you are new. We are a spiritual all-of-mind community learning together as we grow along our ascension path. We are going to go ahead and get into today's message. A card already almost flipped over. This is going to be what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on at this time. I'm Crystaljoy, wounded healer, helping to guide you through the depths of your soul to illuminate the light within. We have the Three of Wands right here. Before we get too far into it, I also have the Aventurine Stone. So this is all about, it's really an ultimate good luck stone, but also a lot of balancing. The Three of Wands here, I'm hearing opportunistic, but also as I was getting ready for this reading, I did see the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So I do feel like we are getting a continuation of yesterday's message, this further guidance on the negotiations taking place between the inner masculine and feminine, so that they can both feel seen and heard at this time. I really do feel that a lot of us are coming into a state of not just union within the self, but really balancing those energies. We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so more confirmation right there. Let's get a little bit more here. Okay, whoa. So the Queen of Wands, I don't know why I said Ace of Wands, but the Queen of Wands is here. She made herself very assertive in her presence, the way she just flew out of the deck. I don't know if I caught that on the camera. And this is interesting because in regards to that negotiation taking place between that inner masculine and feminine, yesterday what we saw was the King of Wands with the Queen of Swords having this negotiation. So right now we have the Queen of Wands coming through. So now we do have the counterpart to that masculine. So I really do feel a leveling out of those energies, you know. Yesterday the feminine energy was in that logical state of mind, in the thought. The masculine energy was in the passion and the action. And what we see here today is now the feminine energy within yourself is now more in a state of where the inner masculine was yesterday. So let's continue. Let's see if we find the counterpart to this queen. 3 more messages here. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, see, there's still within, even though your feminine energy is becoming more balanced with that inner masculine, which is really interesting. Because, you know, usually we hear about the masculine energy becoming more balanced with the feminine. The feminine is typically the leading energy. And so it's really interesting that what we're seeing right now is that the balance is taking place within the inner feminine. Maybe because we are being guided to lean more into our inner feminine. But what I am seeing is, although this is taking place, although the feminine energy is balancing out a little bit more, coming out of the thought and logic, out of the mindset so much, I'm hearing out of ego, and tapping back more into the heart space, compassion, creativity, flow, and abundance, there still is a sense of tension, a sense of what it is that you were trying to bring in for yourself. Things are on the back burner. There's a bit of a pause. Things are a bit of like a halt. I'm hearing halt. Like I'm hearing, it's like I'm seeing a very like an older time scene. What do you call that? like back in like pony and buggy kind of days. Like not so much medieval, but just a different time, a more simpler time. I'm hearing so within the feminine energy, I feel is where the most guidance is needed at this time, to get out of the ego, out of the mind, and balance more within the place of the feminine. And it's going to help to release a lot of this sense of conflict and burden, and help to bring those manifestations that you're bringing in. And if this is resonating, further confirmation, if you've been working really hard on your financial stability, setting that groundwork, you know, yesterday talked all about the Benjamins. It was all about bringing in those Benjamins for yourself. And so as you continue to balance out this energy, you will feel less of this inner conflict, and those Benjamins, all those pentacles, all that material wealth, and I'm hearing substance. all that material substance, like the value that you're trying to bring in for yourself, it will come in. And although right now I'm seeing that there is still a sense of this hesitation and frustration from the manifestations coming in, and in regards to those manifestations, you are still feeling very opportunistic. You're still looking at what it is that you're trying to seize. It's really interesting. We're getting like the wording is like older times, like seizing and halting. Very interesting. I don't use those words, but you are still feeling as though you can seize those opportunities. I see someone who is feeling very, very victorious. Like you're ready to see the things that you have been sending off to. It's like, I'm hearing, if you love something, let it go, and if it's yours, it'll come back, right? And it's like the things that you've been working towards, I'm hearing that you've surrendered to the sense of control, right? That's how you're more in this passionate state, and not so much that Queen of Swords anymore, who was so much in the logic. And it's like you've let those things go, you've surrendered to that control, and you're ready to see all of that come back into you. And it is there, it's ready to come in, but again, we need to find that balance with that inner feminine. Come out of the inner masculine energy. This is for everyone, whether you're masculine or feminine identifying. This is about the energies within. And when you unlock this state of balance for yourself, when you lean back in more into the inner feminine, it's about having balance, not being one or the other. It's about that having that duality within. And when you do reach that state of harmonious union, it's like literally it's all right there in your hands. I'm hearing the whole world in my hands. I did see what was that? The Page of Wands earlier. Like it was exactly this energy, just holding the entire world in your hands. And you're also feeling very, there's still a sense of logic in regards to this, but that place of logic is more like you're being very detailed about it. Like I hear that you're making this a priority. What I wanted to say is like there's something you're working on. It's like you've put it up on a pedestal, or maybe this is about a connection, but yeah, it's like you put it up on a pedestal, but what I'm hearing is like, this is like an ultimate goal for you that you're trying to achieve, and you're looking at it with so much determination. I don't know why I picked up the tarot. Let's get one more message on that, but I was going to get into the seeds of the sacred feminine, but I picked up the tarot, so let's go here. You are going to be so abundant when you step into this energy. And I was feeling the Three of Pentacles, right? We have 3 energy right here on this Pentacles, and it's like this is your garden of abundance, but also there's this balance. There is a masculine and feminine right here having a negotiation in a garden. And this is when you come into that state of alignment, when you balance that masculine and feminine by leaning more into that inner feminine, coming out of the mindset, tapping back into the heart space, or more into the heart space, I should say, because you're almost there. I feel it's so close. It's ready to rush in for you, right? Everything that you're needing right now, everything that you're trying to build right now, it's right here. And when you find that state of balance, this is your inner masculine and feminine standing in that garden of abundance, in your garden of union. I'm hearing Secret Garden. Well, wasn't that a book? I read that when I was a kid, The Secret Garden. It was like this little girl. That's so crazy. She finds a garden, in this garden that she's always in. I think it's like a family property or something. And she finds this secret garden within a garden. And I don't remember what was so special about the secret garden, but I remember that was a thing. But also on TikTok, I posted some readings, in a park that I go to all the time, and within that park I found a rose garden, and I've never found this rose garden before. And while I was in that space, it truly felt like I was in a portal. I was channeling so many messages. Like I killed my phone battery that day because I was like, I cannot get enough of this energy, of these messages. And so there's a message right there. It's like, you are going to find your garden of abundance. Like, even quite literally, it's like you might have even found a space. You know, in yesterday's message, we talked about finding a sacred space, sitting in your sacred space to rebalance those energies. When you do that, when you find your secret garden and you bask in it, when you dwell in it, oh my goodness, it's all right here. It's so close. So we're going to end this with the seeds of the sacred feminine, just like we did yesterday. We have the peacock aura on the deck today, and this is all about balancing the mind, the body, and the spirit. Also helps with chemical imbalances within the physical body. And for some of you, I am feeling an element of self-care there. We're talking about balancing more within the inner feminine. And so for some of you, I'm feeling a message about doing more to care for your physical vessel. Careful what you're eating and drinking. And I'm also hearing careful what you're putting into your mind right now. Because, you know, mental health really is chemical imbalances within the mind. So if you are feeling like you do have some kind of chemical imbalances taking place that are causing you to feel a lot of the energy that I've been picking up, like frustration and anger, you know, that might be worth looking into, because there is some guidance here about clearing away those chemical imbalances, clearing away, I heard. Let's go ahead and end this message with seeds of the sacred feminine for guidance on today's message. Beautiful, beautiful. I think one turned over, or did it go back? We almost had to. Let me just make sure here. I was so sure a second one turned over, but it must have gone back. We have talked to Mother Earth. Like I said, when you are in that sacred space, two more just fell out now. When you are in that sacred space, when you connect with Mother Earth and you connect with yourself, there's just, that is where your garden lies. Like metaphorically and physically. I mean, it's like right now, Spirit is even telling me where my sacred space is. I found that secret garden. You know, I do believe that I'm balancing that masculine and feminine within. I do believe I've come into union within, but now it's about really balancing those energies out. Really finding that nice level compromise within. And, you know, so I really do feel that for some of you, it's like you're going to find your secret garden, and that's going to be a space where you find your secret garden within. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul. We will get into the guidebook on this as well, but I can't help but two more fell out, 3 messages. It's also 13:18 on the timer. Play a drum, right? And this is going back to that mother energy. The drum is the heartbeat of Mother Earth, the ocean, the waves. That is the heartbeat of Mother Earth. When we are in the womb, you know, the sound of our mother's heartbeat it replicates the ocean. It's the same sound. And so really strong guidance here to connect with Mother Earth, with the water. And I love that. I'm actually going to be doing that today. I have a plan for it already. So this is so great. And then follow the cycles. Right now we are in a period of great transition in regards to cycles, because, you know, as above, so below. There's so much happening in the stars and with Sky Family right now that is helping us. And when we trust in those cycles and when we surrender, like I said, there's a sense of surrender in this message. And when we surrender to that, that's when we find that garden. That's when we balance those energies out and everything comes rushing in for us. We'll go ahead and get into the guidebook on this. Talk to Mother Earth, page 68. So, are you taking your sacred mother's bounty for granted, grandchild? Your attention to your dear mother today for she is embodied source of the sacred feminine. Spend a few minutes acknowledging the sustenance Mother Earth provides and the love she shares. When was the last time you gave your full attention to the food you eat or the water you drink? I actually posted something about this recently too. They offer her bounty, which keeps you alive on this earth walk. Expect nothing in return. Life is a cycle. When you speak to thanks as an offering, Mother Earth expands her offerings to you in ways you could have never dreamed. Speak to her like a dear friend. She knows you well, awaits your attention to share her love with you. Send words of gratitude towards the plants, animals, and birds that share your home. Mother Earth's wish is to have her children's heart reunited with all her relations. Your act of love will lead you and the world around you. So talk to Mother Earth. Okay, I hear when you speak to her, you're going to hear much back. And I have a little turtle right here. I don't know if you can see that. So, Mother Earth is right here with us, guiding us always. We're going to get into the message for Play a Drum now. Page 56. So your physical body needs shaken up. Have you held a drum in your hands, grandchild? Your animal brothers and sisters have gifted you a sacred gift. This powerful instrument has been fashioned from their hides to help you heal their human kin. Have you hit the center of a titan hide with your leather drumstick? Do you recognize that sound? The drum was created to emulate the sound of Mother Earth's heartbeat. The heartbeat was the first sound you heard in the womb of your mother, and your spirit recognizes the sound as great medicine. Maybe you have made a drum with your own hands. Use it and honor the animal that gifted you. When you beat your drum, feel the strong vibrations that bounce back to you. These vibrations are part of healing. They unlock the hardened and unexpressed feelings that have you trapped in the emotional body. Let the drum shake the old pain loose. Ask your relations to help you release what needs to be let go, and beat that drum until you cry, laugh, or sing. So I really love that. Really strong guidance right there about vibration. Get those vibrations going to stir things up, to raise that frequency, to tap back in. And I know a lot of you out there maybe don't have a drum or don't use them, culturally or ceremonially. And so, consider that this is about vibration. And so if you don't have a drum, if you don't have access to a drum, think about all of the things that you can use as a drum, as a natural instrument. If you're outside today and you're enjoying nature and you see, a tree stump or a tree or anything like that, you can use that as an instrument. Okay, and we're going to get into our last message with Follow the Cycles. So everything in life has a season. You are a child of creation, but your body is made of Mother Earth. Mother Earth's children are created within the great cycles of life. You are built to flow in cyclical rhythms. Are you out of sync with the sacred feminine flow of life? Every season has a natural length and serves a sacred purpose. Are you pushing forward? Yes. Right here. Are you pushing forward, right? On a project or relationship, I did say that, when all the signals slow down, there is a need for great effort. The cycles of life are effortless in that they happen naturally and organically. When you are experiencing struggle, your sacred masculine drive might be forgetting to listen to your sacred feminine cycles. I love the way my messages always end with just such great clarity on the message that came forward with the tarot. Listen to the signals of stress being sent to your body by your emotions. Stress is a message that you are moving against the current of the natural cycles. When drawing upon the wisdom of mental, physical, and emotional and spiritual bodies, you will know when to take strong action and when to nurture the quiet time. Trust that all will get done. Follow the cycles and your life will bring harmony to all. You will stand in that garden, and not only will you stand in that garden, but don't you see there's more than just your inner masculine and feminine within this garden. You also have plants and animals and other people enjoying this abundance that you're creating by being within your own sacred space within. And so I really do hope that you are able to find that sacred space without and within, so that you can get back into those natural flows of the cycles that help you to unlock everything that is just ready to come rushing in for you, whether that be in regards to your Benjamins or a relationship. And if you need more clarity or guidance, you can always reach out. But remember, I will never contact you directly, so don't trust anyone claiming to be me, offering you anything paid or free. And I'll see you in the next video.